With the rapid development of global economy and emerging information technologies, e-commerce has entered into a new era. Globally, both suppliers and consumers from all over the world could trade online across time and space to satisfy demand from each other. Connectivity is a driving force behind the growth of global e-commerce. Customers have easy access to the internet and can be connected to any business with a website, able to view, compare, and purchase product in just a few clicks. The e-commerce is one of the biggest things that has taken the business by storm. It is creating an entire new economy all over the world. Dear students, welcome for today's session on the topic e-commerce. Let us try to understand the meaning and definition of e-commerce. E-commerce is also known as electronic commerce or internet commerce, refers to commercial transactions conducted through online. This means that whenever you buy and sell something using the internet, you are involved in e-commerce. According to World Trade Organization or WTO, they have defined e-commerce as e-commerce is the production, distribution, marketing, sales or delivery of goods and services by electronic means. By definition, it covers a variety of business activities which use internet as a platform for either information exchange, monetary transaction, or both at times. Therefore, in simple terms, electronic commerce or e-commerce occurs daily when sellers and buyers use the internet to conduct business transactions. So that means technology makes it possible for anyone to buy or sell practically anything online. Over the past several years, e-commerce has rapidly evolved to become a combination of online and offline retails. You can find numerous e-commerce companies selling various types of products and services. Some of the major players in the e-commerce industry are Amazon, Alibaba, eBay, OLX, Flipkart are well known to public and they own a large proportion of the market share. E-commerce history is short but fascinating. E-commerce is often believed to have originated in the 1990s, but its origins date back a lot further. The journey of e-commerce started 50 years ago. So let's see, how did it all begin? Electronic data interchanges and teleshopping in the 1970s paved the way for modern-day e-commerce store. In 1979, Michael Aldrich invents electronic shopping in the UK. He connected a modified television to a transaction processing computer through a telephone line and created teleshopping, meaning shopping at distance. In 1982, Boston Computer Exchange launches the first world's e-commerce company. Its primary function was to serve as an online market for people interested in selling their used computers. In 1990, World Wide Web browser was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee and his friend Robert, who published hypertext project called as World Wide Web. In 1992, Charles M. Stack founded the world's first online bookstore called Bookstacks Unlimited with the domain name book.com. In 1994, Netscape Navigator launches web browser. Mac Anderson and Jim Clark co-created Netscape Navigator as a web browsing tool. During this period, Netscape Navigator became the primarily used web browser on the Windows platform before the rise of modern giants like Google. In 1995, Jeff Bezos introduced Amazon as an e-commerce platform for books. In the same year in 1995, Perry Morad introduced Auction Web, which is presently known as eBay. In 1998, Max Levin, Peter Thiel, Like Nosek, and Ken Howry launched PayPal and made its appearance on the e-commerce stage as a money transfer tool. In 1999, Jack Ma and team of 17 friends and students founded Alibaba.com as an online marketplace. It went on to turn into a major B2B, C2C, B2C platform that is still widely used today. In 2000, Google introduced Google AdWords as an online advertising tool as with the help of short text ad copy and display URLs. In 2005, Amazon introduced Amazon Prime membership as a way for customers to get free 2-day shipping for a flat annual fee. The membership included perks like discounted 1-day shipping and later access to streaming services like Amazon Video, and then introduced even Prime Day events for the members. This strategic move from Amazon helped to boost the customers' loyalty and repeat purchases. Today, free shipping and speed of delivery are the most common requests from online customers. In 2005, Etsy.com was launched, which allowed crafters and smaller sellers to sell goods through an online marketplace, expanding their reach to 24/7 customers. In 2011, Google Wallet was introduced as digital payment method. Google Wallet is peer-to-peer payment service that enables individuals to send and receive money from mobile device or desktop computers. Today, Google Wallet has joined with Android Pay, which is known as Google Pay. In 2011, Facebook began a form of early advertising opportunities to business page owners through sponsored stories with the paid campaigns to reach specific audiences using social media network. In 2014, Apple introduced Apple Pay as a mobile payment and digital wallet tool that allowed users to pay for products or services with an Apple device. In 2017, Instagram Shopping was launched with e-commerce partner BigCommerce, which allows Instagram users to immediately click an item and go to that particular product's page for purchase. In the same year, 2017, Cyber Monday was introduced where e-commerce growth breaks a new record with online sales. Thus, the e-commerce has helped countless business growth with the help of new technologies, improvement in internet connectivity, and widespread consumers and business adoptions. Moving on to the next topic, types of e-commerce business models. There are 6 types of e-commerce business models, and they are: first, business to business, known as B2B. Second, business to consumer, known as B2C. Third, consumer to business, known as C2B. Fourth, customer to customer or consumer to consumer, known as C2C. Fifth, business to administration, known as B2A. And the last one, consumer to administration, known as C2A. B2B model focus on providing products and services between the businesses. That is, B2B takes place between two businesses where one business provides services to other business. The business transactions takes place between manufacturers, wholesalers and retailers, and the final consumer is not involved in any of these business transactions. In e-commerce B2B, transactions are usually carried out through EDI, that is, electronic data interchange. It is an automated format of exchanging information between businesses over private networks without human interventions. For instance, let's say there are two businesses, a wholesaler and a manufacturer. A wholesaler goes to business organization's website or any other online resource and orders products in the bulk. The business organization processes the order and supplies the products to the wholesaler. When the wholesaler receives the products, then the wholesaler can sell those same products at the high price to their customers. Some of the examples are Alibaba Group and bulk bookstores. So here the payment methods are vast. It is in terms of checks, terms and codes. Catalogs are large and complicated by high number of variants for individual products and even custom needs. B2C e-commerce encompasses transactions made between a business and a consumer. The consumer can browse their websites and look at products, pictures, and read reviews. B2C e-commerce sells the goods and services to the general public. In this type, customers or consumers can visit the website and purchase goods online using credit cards or debit cards. Popular examples are Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc. C2B refers to e-commerce activities which uses reverse pricing models where customer determines the price of the product or service and provides the goods and services to the company. C2B e-commerce consists of sales of goods to the business organization through websites. So, for instance, a customer places some of their products or services on the website. If the services or products create value for the business organization, then the business organization orders their services or products. Both customer and business will have a deal. When the deal is done, the business organization receives services or products and customers receives the money. For examples, teleworkers, online auctions, and IT freelancers who demos and sells their software to these particular companies. C2C refers to e-commerce activities which uses an auction-style model where the consumers are in direct contact to another consumer by offering the items for the highest bid. This is also called as consumer-to-consumer selling relationship. Here, usually the cars, bikes, electronic goods are sold through this mode of channel. Some of the examples are eBay, OLX, and Quikr. So here no company is involved as it helps to sell their personal goods and sells directly to an interested party. B2A covers the transactions made between online businesses and administration whose sole clients are government or type of public administrations. Some of the examples like products and services related to legal documents, social security, Aadhaar, PAN card, etc. C2A is consumers selling online products or services to an administration. It includes online consulting for education, online tax preparations, etc. Typically, individuals paying the government for taxes or tuition to universities through consultations are considered in consumer to administration. Both C2A and B2A are focused on increased efficiency within the government through the support of information technology. So to conclude, there is no doubt that e-commerce is growing all over the world because it provides flexibility and gives more happiness than physical shopping. So here we conclude the session. Thank you. Have a nice day.